This on Atlanta News First Plus. I just want to update you on some of the top stories that we're following right now. First, this really breaking news regarding the local probe into the alleged interference into the 2020 presidential election. A Fulton County judge has rejected Donald Trump's bid to quash that special purpose grand jury report and also to disqualify Fulton County DA Fani Willis from the investigation. Remember, earlier this year, Willis said that she was planning to make a historic decision this summer regarding her investigation. And a grand jury was seated earlier this month. Those jurors are expected to decide whether or not to actually indict Trump. Willis has indicated that a potential indictment in the case could possibly come as early as this week. Now, a hearing was set for next Thursday, August 10th, in Trump's push to disqualify Willis from the case against him. Not clear whether that hearing will now be canceled in light of this new development. Again, a judge rejecting the bid to quash the special purpose grand jury report and to disqualify District Attorney Willis into the probe into alleged 2020 presidential election interference. We're going to keep following the latest developments on this story and more here on Atlanta News First. Excuse me. Excuse me, pardon me for that little bit of interference from allergies there. But also want to let you know about this fight of a local racial justice group as well. And they're just pushing for a student to be allowed back into the school system. Excuse me. My goodness, excuse me. So this follows his removal due to some disciplinary actions. My colleague Madeline Montgomery has more.
School and sports were going well for 17-year-old Zaire Bird. That is until junior year.
My son, a magnet student athlete with a 504 playing and learning disability of ADHD, was criminalized and discriminated against.
Zaire's on a long-term suspension from Tri-Cities High School after getting into a fight at school.
With no former disciplinary actions, having never been involved in a fight in school before, and often described as a good kid by his teachers, coaches, classmates, teammates, and co-workers.
Racial justice group Southern Equity says Zaire's story is common.
Young black men are being suspended or expelled at a rate almost 3.5 times greater than Caucasian students.
According to Georgia's student discipline dashboard through the governor's office, black students make up 43.7% of Fulton County School District's student body, but account for over 72% of all disciplinary actions.
I'm here today to stand up for other black boys like me that have been overpunished.
Southern Equity, along with other youth empowerment groups, and Georgia Representative Kim Schofield are calling for systematic changes in how Metro Atlanta schools handle discipline.
There not only needs to be reform, but there needs to be accountability and transparency.
They want more positive behavioral intervention for schools. They're also asking for stronger parent bill of rights and transition support for kids that are expelled or suspended to help students return to campus.
We're not advocating that there be no discipline at all for students who conduct or in a way that violates the student code of conduct. However, we also believe that what happened to Zaire was downright negligent.
I just want to continue to do the right thing for the whole school year and go to college and get a good education and be successful.
Again, that was Madeline Montgomery with that report. Also, another issue surrounding schools, the school bus shortage. So, this could really be a challenge if your child does rely on the bus because, I should say school bus driver shortage. Several districts across the state are facing this shortage of bus drivers. That could mean some earlier pickup times, maybe longer rides for students. Clayton County needs to fill 35 such positions. DeKalb schools down 150 or more drivers with just a week left before school starts in that county. The district saying that means it'll be all hands on deck.
We require our supervisors now to actually drive buses. We'll utilize all of our transportation supervisors. Some of our routing personnel will come in. We use some of our CDL holders that are in our safety and training department will also assist with driving routes.
Yeah, so DeKalb schools just gave their drivers a pay raise to more than $20 an hour. They also have a hiring bonus to get more people to apply as well. And of course, local Atlanta-based Delta Airlines, they're facing a major lawsuit right now. A passenger is suing, claiming that Delta flight attendants served too much alcohol to a man who got drunk on board, and that man allegedly groped this mother and her teenage daughter. The alleged incident happened during an international flight last summer. The suit claims that the flight attendants ignored the mom's pleas for them to stop serving alcohol to the man, and that the passenger was making them feel unsafe. The plaintiffs in the case say that during this 9-hour flight from New York to Greece, the man made obscene gestures and sexually assaulted the 16-year-old girl sitting next to him. When that plane landed in Greece, the man was allowed to walk free despite the mom's request that attorneys arrest him in Athens. Delta has not commented on the lawsuit, but says the airline has zero tolerance for passengers who engage in inappropriate or unlawful behavior. The mother and daughter are now seeking $2 million in damages for their suffering in this incident. Also want to let you know about a change that will hopefully provide more health care access to families that are in need. So Grady has actually just opened its doors to their new outpatient center on Cascade Road today. Again, my colleague Madeline Montgomery has a closer look.
This spot was chosen specifically because historically it's been underserved, and so this is right where Cascade Road and 285 meet, just south of I-20, so very west of Atlanta, and it's a place where people can come and get a number of services. So we have a list of those services, and they include primary care, but then there's also specialty services like cardiology, HIV services, rehabilitation, x-rays, labs, and there's even a pharmacy. Grady's also opening a similar outpatient care center in the West End at the Lee and White mixed-use development, and that is set to open by the end of the year. The two facilities are expected to bring in 40,000 visitors a year, and they cost $5 million to build and roughly $8 million annually for operations, and all of that is going to be covered by state and federal grants.
Well, right now, it's federal dollars, and it's just vitally important people have the care in the community, and unfortunately, in the past, Grady hasn't been funded at a level that allowed that to happen.
Grady Health Systems also opened a new facility right by Grady Memorial Hospital on Piedmont Avenue, and that has helped broaden their capacity as far as clinical use and operations. Reporting in West Atlanta, I'm Madeline Montgomery, Atlanta News First.
And thanks to Madeline for that report. Of course, we're going to continue following all of your top stories right here on Atlanta News First and Atlanta News First Plus. And if you haven't done it yet, please download our free Atlanta News First app. Have a great day.